Inflation. Fiat money and CBDC. Journalist, Michael Sagagumler. Fiat money, CBDC, and inflation. Inflation is a complex economic phenomenon characterized by the rise in prices of goods and services over time, which diminishes the purchasing power of fiat money. For example, a dozen eggs in the United States cost approximately $1.91 10 years ago. As of March 2024, the average price has increased to $3 per dozen. Consequently, when we need more money to purchase the same quantity of goods, this situation is referred to as inflation. How inflation happens? Inflation occurs when there is an increase in the overall price level of goods and services in an economy over a period of time. This can be due to several reasons. 1. Demand pull inflation. This happens when the demand for goods and services exceeds their supply. When consumers have more money to spend, they compete for the limited goods available, driving prices up. 2. Cost push inflation. This occurs when the costs of production increase, leading producers to raise prices to maintain their profit margins. Factors like rising wages, increased prices for raw materials, and higher taxes can contribute to this. 3. Built-in inflation. This is related to adaptive expectations. As prices rise, workers demand higher wages to keep up with the cost of living, which in turn increases production costs and leads to further price increases. Factors contributing to inflation. 1. Monetary policy. Central banks may increase the money supply to stimulate the economy, but if too much money is printed, it can lead to inflation. 2. Fiscal policy. Government spending and tax policies can also influence inflation. For example, tax cuts can increase disposable income, boosting demand, and potentially leading to inflation. 3. Supply chain disruptions. Events like natural disasters, geopolitical tensions, or pandemics can disrupt supply chains, reducing the availability of goods and driving up prices. 4. Exchange rates. A weaker currency can make imports more expensive, contributing to inflation. Fiat money downfall. Fiat money is currency that a government has declared to be legal tender, but it is not backed by a physical commodity like gold or silver. The downfall of fiat money can occur due to 1. Overprinting. Excessive printing of money can lead to hyperinflation, where the value of the currency plummets. 2. Loss of confidence. If people lose faith in the currency's value, they may stop using it, leading to a collapse. 3. Government debt. High levels of government debt can lead to inflation if the government prints money to pay off its debts. Avoiding inflation. Avoid or mitigate inflation. Several strategies can be employed. 1. Monetary policy. Central banks can control inflation by adjusting interest rates and regulating the money supply. 2. Fiscal policy. Governments can use taxation and spending policies to influence economic activity and control inflation. 3. Supply-side policies. Improving productivity and efficiency in the economy can help control inflation by increasing the supply of goods and services. Impact of U.S. government buying cryptocurrency. When the U.S. government buys cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, it can have several implications for the economy and the financial system. 1. Market influence. The government's purchase of Bitcoin could significantly influence market dynamics. Given the relatively limited supply of Bitcoin, large purchases could drive up prices, affecting investors and the broader cryptocurrency market. This could also lead to increased volatility as market participants react to government actions. 2. Regulatory considerations. Governments are generally cautious about cryptocurrencies due to their decentralized nature, which can undermine traditional financial systems. Bitcoin operates outside the control of central authorities, making it challenging for governments to monitor and regulate its use. This could lead to increased scrutiny and potential regulatory changes aimed at integrating cryptocurrencies into the existing financial framework. 3. Backing fiat currency. While some advocate for backing fiat currencies with cryptocurrencies as a modern equivalent to the gold standard, this idea is contentious. Unlike gold or silver, which have intrinsic value, Bitcoin's value is determined by market demand and supply. This means that using Bitcoin to back fiat currency could introduce significant risks and volatility, as the value of Bitcoin can fluctuate dramatically. 4. Trust in the financial system. Fiat currencies rely on the trust and confidence of the public in the government that issues them. Introducing cryptocurrencies into the mix could complicate this relationship. If people begin to view cryptocurrencies as more stable or valuable than fiat currencies, it could undermine the latter's role in the economy. Central bank digital currency, CBDC, and inflation solutions. Central bank digital currency, CBDC, is a digital form of a country's fiat currency issued by the central bank. It aims to modernize the monetary system and can potentially address some challenges associated with inflation in the fiat money system. 1. Inflation control. One of the key advantages of CBDCs is their ability to implement more precise monetary policies. Unlike traditional fiat currencies, CBDCs can be programmed to include features that encourage spending and discourage hoarding. For instance, in trials like the digital yuan, CBDCs were designed with expiration dates to promote circulation, which could help mitigate deflationary pressures and stimulate economic activity during periods of low demand. 2. Enhanced monetary policy tools. CBDCs could provide central banks with better tools to influence inflation and interest rates. By allowing for real-time data collection and analysis, central banks could respond more effectively to economic changes. This could lead to more targeted interventions that address inflationary trends without the blunt effects often associated with traditional monetary policy. 3. Programmable money. The programmability of CBDCs allows for innovative monetary policy applications. For example, central banks could implement mechanisms that adjust the money supply based on economic conditions, potentially reducing the risk of hyperinflation caused by excessive money printing. 4. Challenges and considerations. While CBDCs offer potential solutions to inflation, they also come with challenges. The introduction of a CBDC could lead to shifts in how people save and spend money, potentially destabilizing existing financial systems if not managed carefully. Additionally, concerns about privacy and government oversight may arise, as CBDCs would require monitoring and even surveillance to prevent financial crimes. Central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, hold the promise of addressing inflation within the fiat money system. However, their implementation must be approached with caution to strike a balance between innovation, economic stability, and public trust. The centralized nature of CBDCs introduces vulnerabilities, as many centralized systems are prone to manipulation and corruption, posing a significant risk to their effectiveness. Decentralized currency as a solution. Decentralized currencies like Bitcoin are often touted as a hedge against inflation because they have a fixed supply. Unlike fiat currencies, which can be printed in unlimited quantities, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin have a capped supply, which can help maintain their value over time. However, there are challenges. 1. Volatility. Cryptocurrencies can be highly volatile, which can make them risky as a stable store of value. But there's certain cryptocurrency that relative stable and less volatile that good enough to become crypto money a stable store of value. 2. Adoption. Widespread adoption is necessary for decentralized currencies to be effective as a hedge against inflation. 3. While decentralized currencies offer potential benefits, they are not currently a guaranteed solution to fiat money inflation. Additionally, cryptocurrencies promote a distinct mindset that emphasizes decentralized approaches, which often contrasts with the principles of centralized systems. Combining CBDCs with decentralization. CBDCs are typically centralized and regulated by a government authority, designed to improve payment efficiency and provide a stable digital currency alternative to traditional fiat money. However, the concept of integrating decentralized features could enhance transparency and security. For instance, a CBDC could utilize blockchain technology to create a secure and immutable record of transactions, similar to how cryptocurrencies operate. Integrating decentralized principles could offer benefits such as enhanced user trust and reduced risks of manipulation. However, this approach also presents challenges. The centralized nature of CBDCs means they are still subject to government control and oversight, which contrasts with the fundamental ethos of decentralization found in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and other decentralized digital currencies. If a CBDC were to adopt a truly decentralized system, it would require the government to relinquish some control over the digital currency. This would effectively transform the CBDC into a fully decentralized blockchain. Conclusion. In summary, while the US government's or any country involvement in cryptocurrency could provide some benefits, such as increased legitimacy and potential innovation in the financial sector, it also poses risks that could destabilize the existing fiat money system. The relationship between cryptocurrencies and fiat currencies is complex and requires careful consideration of the implications for economic stability and regulatory frameworks. When considering inflation, another traditional approach to addressing the issue is to produce and grow our own food and livestock, essentially becoming self-sufficient farmers. By doing so, we can avoid purchasing food and enjoy the benefits of free, homegrown produce. References. 1.1er, C. 2024. Inflation, prices on the rise. International Monetary Fund, IMF. Accessed May 9, 2024. https://www.imf.org/hyphen/media/files/publications/fan-dd/back-to-1er-inflation.hx. 2. Gumler, MS 2023. Beware of a centralized governance system. Religion, finance, food supply, healthcare, education, media, and government regime have the potential to exert control over us. https://play.google.com/store/book/details?ID=COMOEAAQ batch. Gumler, MS 2024. Success Unleashed, a guide for beginners and seasoned business professionals. https://play.google.com/store/book/details?ID=V-EBQAAQ batch.